Hey guys, it's Alex from 7th Hour Films, back again with Torchwood. As I adjust my mic to be a little closer. Nice. Last time on Torchwood, we had Sleeper, where we started off with just a general investigation of a burglary gone a little differently. And we eventually figured out that this woman that was sort of the victim of the burglary was actually a sleeper agent for some sort of alien race. And there were other sleepers that were here to conquer the Earth, and they almost set off nuclear bombs and stuff like that. Pretty interesting stuff all around. Really great episode. And, yeah, that was pretty much that. Really good episode. Yeah, this is where I say no spoilers in the comments whatsoever. Let's stick to, this episode and previous episodes of Torchwood and Doctor Who that I have reacted to, and I guess I could say in terms of classic Doctor Who spoilers, though I doubt any really apply to Torchwood, because they really have never applied to Torchwood, but you can talk about it, just be very, very vague about it. But it would be interesting to see if anyone brought up classic Who stuff in terms of Torchwood. I don't think anyone really has, because they haven't talked about stuff like that. So yeah, with that all being said, let's get right into this episode of Torchwood. Here we go.
Where did you see them? In the ward?
That makes sense. Military hospital, 1918. Ooh, I wonder if we're gonna see.
This lot see things anyway.
I wonder if we're gonna see Jack in the past. That'd be cool.
As soon as they're better.
Hey, Tosh. Yeah, they came through the rift. Dang it, it keeps happening.
Tell them what to do.
You have to take me so I can be here now.
What?
Who are you?
We're Torchwood.
They're old Torchwood. Why didn't I think of that? Oh, that is awesome, man. Old Torchwood.
Defrosting. One day only, then back in the freezer.
Why?
Huh.
Jackie still work?
So he's basically only lived out another month throughout all the years then. That's interesting.
I still don't get it. Why is he here?
Like I said, one day we're gonna need him.
Huh.
And Paul to me? Good.
So Torchwood has been planning this
I
whole
just need
thing.
to take a few bloods.
That's pretty cool.
It's a temporal lock, tied in with the rift frequencies at the hospital.
Oh.
When the rift nears completion, the box will open, and we'll find out exactly what Tommy does.
But why would they keep us?
Oh,
Very nice.
very nice.
I'll be on the mobile if you need me. Have a lovely time.
Bye.
Well, that must be nice for him if she always does this.
Soldier from 1980. Slow down. What's the hurry?
Only got one day. I want to see everything.
It's interesting that they only keep him awake for a day.
When he went off to the Antarctic.
Pictures old.
Oh, that sucks.
They all will.
Yeah.
Nothing changes.
You don't exactly have a long life if you work at Torchwood. I wonder when Jack started at
St.
Torchwood,
Carlo's
though.
Hospital.
Oh, this was the hospital. Oh my gosh. We're gonna have a fall through time situation again?
Hello?
Hi. I mean, that is a little creepy. But it was just an image, not an actual dude. Oh, the ghost. Duh.
1918, this place was full of wounded soldiers.
Yeah.
It had 4 years of it. Passion down
And that was the
Somme.
tail end, too. Tail end of
Million
the
British
war.
soldiers killed during the Great War.
Oh. Oh, that's right. Oh, people are balls deep in the middle of Iraq. Because this is 2008, I think?
What is it? I don't know. I just felt something.
Must be getting close to the time then.
Can I start my day over again? Tick tock.
Well,
right up the
at least they're
clock.
pleasant
Can I
ghosts.
start my day over.
Maybe it's just a dude. Ah, freaking jump scare nurses. Nope.
Hello? Hello?
Can she not?
I see you.
Oh no. Oh no.
Why won't you leave us alone? You shouldn't be here.
Oh, she's the ghost to her.
You shouldn't be.
Oh. It's not ghosts, it's just the rift. Interesting. It's just the rift showing them back and forth.
So I'm old enough to die for my country, but I'm too young to give you a kiss. You daft lass. What goes on in that head of yours?
I mean, you were younger when you first met him, so
Thanks.
I would just go for it.
You're welcome.
You've known him for years.
4 days.
Do it. Good. Ah, balls.
Jack!
Bring cock blocker.
Toshiko!
Dang
Go
it.
that way.
Can you do like a quick one? Friggin' Jack.
Demolishing the hospital is what triggered.
No, I understand. I didn't think you had some weird fetish for defrosted men. I just, don't want you to get hurt. That's all.
Aww.
If you have to say goodbye.
Yeah.
It's not years in the future. It's now.
Okay. So that's the other thing they saw then. That's interesting. Oh shit. Alright, what are the instructions?
1918 will be back where it belongs.
So will I. For good.
So that's it. They're gonna lose Tommy.
Yeah.
Man. They're gonna meet some old man at the end of this episode, and it's gonna be him, isn't
Stay
it?
with Yanto. Tosh. 3 weeks after we send Tommy back, he dies.
Ow.
How?
He's shot by a firing squad.
Dang it, I'd take it
I
easy.
don't understand.
When he returns to 1918, he'll revert back to who he was.
Oh, so he'll forget
He'll be
everything.
shell-shocked. And so he'll be executed by the British Army for cowardice.
They can't shoot him for that.
Friggin' British
Lots of soldiers
army.
who were shell-shocked were covered in a...
So I'll be saving the world in some pajamas. How daft is that?
And the doctor's done that.
You're strong enough to do this.
Man. It's going to happen, and it already happened. That's the thing.
This time tomorrow, he'll be back in 1918.
In his own time.
It's a weird way of thinking about it. By this time tomorrow, he'll be in a different time.
If you could. And I wouldn't change that for the world.
Yeah, now they're gonna bang too. A lot of banging happening this episode.
Are you alright?
So are they the ghosts that are last seen before old Torchwood gets there? Oh, this is the place. This is where it happens.
I know what'll happen.
Tommy.
It's a good thing Torchwood was there during this.
Tommy? Remember.
Man. This show is so tragic. Every episode's tragic.
Where are we going?
Somewhere safe. Trust me.
Don't see yourself. Man.
Still warm at least.
So
Nothing gone wrong.
technically there's two of him. This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of him.
One of us will have to go back.
Jack, wait! You'll get stuck in 1980.
He can live through that though.
I've got an idea. The time system, his exact location and time, and send an image of you through to him.
I can go into Tommy's mind.
As a psychic projection, yes.
Oh, cool.
I mean, people see you.
Psychic projection.
It's me.
Does she?
Who?
I'm here to help.
He doesn't remember. I forgot about that. Man. This was an intense episode, man.
Is still here. Because of you.
Because of Tommy.
Yeah, well, both of you. Come on.
Let's hope we're worth it.
I'm from Harvard.
Now, shut up. Pause. The fucking episode. God. Full length. Over here. Sorry, had to throw away a can. Or recycle a can, technically. Anyway. Thanks for stopping by Full Length. If you want to check out my discussion on this episode of Torchwood, you can head over to the normal video at this time. See you guys there. Alrighty. Good episode. Another tragic episode, but a good one all the same. So, let's just go over some quick notes. And I mean quick because I'm actually running out of storage space on my camera. Because I actually recorded... technically this will be after, but we recorded Wednesday's Doctor Who Classic on here this morning, so that takes up quite a bit of storage, so here we go. So the first thing I wrote down is the 1918 Ghost. I like, once again, and I've said this in a couple episodes, I like that we are using alternate times to our advantage in this show. Like, because this is, like I've said, this is not a time travel show. Doctor Who is the time travel show. This is more of the, this is more of the alien sci-fi show, but not a time travel show. But I still like when they use specific, time travel things in these episodes, and that was really cool. And okay, so the ghosts, they weren't ghosts. It was just that they kept seeing people from different time, the two different times. So, like, I'm sure just before old Torchwood arrived at the hospital, that nurse saw Gwen, and she was on her last leg with these ghosts. They had enough of these ghosts, and so that's why she yelled at Gwen, which must have been spooky. I wrote down old Torchwood. I love bringing in old Torchwood because, honestly, like, I think it would be kind of interesting if we took an episode just about old Torchwood. I think that would be really cool if we did that. Because Torchwood, we saw the establishment of Torchwood on Doctor Who. It was in, I think it was 1879. Yeah, I think 1879 when Torchwood was established by Queen Victoria. So, I like that. I like that this does tie in, with old Torchwood and, leaving the instructions in the temporal locked box. How did they even do that back then? I don't know. But that is really cool that they did that. Like, they basically locked a box to where it has to be a specific time in order for this box to open with the instructions. That is very interesting, and I did like that. Now, a little bit more on old Torchwood. When exactly did Jack join Torchwood? Because I think it would have actually been interesting, because we saw in Utopia that Jack, after being brought back to life in the year 200,100, he went back in time, but he overshot it, and he ended up like in the mid 1800s. So he lived through the rest of it to catch up to where the Doctor and Martha were in at the beginning of Utopia. So I think it's interesting that because I think even in The Sound of Drums, Jack mentioned he's only like recently joined Torchwood, although I'm not sure how that works either. Like, because he said, like, after the fall of Canary Wharf, he, took control of Torchwood and, reformed it, basically. But, how was he able to take control just right then and there, unless he had been an agent of Torchwood up until that point? So yeah, when exactly did Jack join Torchwood? Because I thought it might have honestly been fun if he was part of Torchwood back in 1918, but maybe not. Granted, in 1909, we saw in Small Worlds in 1909 that he was still part of the army, so yeah, I'm not sure, like, I don't know, but that does seem like, if he joined Torchwood, that does make sense, because eventually a past version of him has to come back in time to meet Rose and the Doctor in The Empty Child. So he has to stay out of that Jack Harkness's way. So yeah, that's interesting. I wrote down Rift images. We talked about that basically. That's basically what the ghosts were. I wrote down 2 times. I thought that was interesting, that basically the whole basic thing about this is that 1918 was basically taking over, I'm pretty sure is what they said. Like, 1918 is slowly taking over, and you can't have 2 times in the same place, basically. You can't have 2 times exist simultaneously. So that was the big problem. But I wonder, like, if they didn't stop it, would that mean that 1918 would just completely take over and destroy 2008? Or was that just that if 1918, if they don't stop this, then the entire, space-time continuum will be destroyed? I don't know. I wrote down shell-shocked. What a dick move for the British Army to do. If you're shell-shocked and, just like, it's pretty much PTSD, like, then the British Army will execute you for being a coward. It's like, whoa, that's a little extreme, I think. Even if they do deem you, like, okay, the mindset of, okay, you're shell-shocked, you're a coward, I can kind of see, because, I don't know, that does kind of make sense that they would think that back then. I mean, we're talking about, this is weird to say, but like ancient UK, I guess. But like, okay, we saw in like The Family of Blood, when these headmasters were like, yes, well, you boys need a just and proper war. And, it's like, no, they don't need a just and proper war. War is horrible. And eventually, they say in that episode too, I think it's Timothy that says, like, you have no idea, or maybe it's the son of mine from the family. He's like, you have no idea what kind of war you're in for. They are not going to thank you because you prepared them for this war, or something like that. It's like, no, this is horrible. But that was sort of the mindset. So, okay, I can kind of see the British army saying that you are a coward if you get shell-shocked. I can actually see that happening. Executing them is a little extreme, though. That just sounds like, okay, you're going to put them in jail or something, or you're going to do something for them so that they aren't shell-shocked anymore. Executing them is a little bit too much, but I don't know. I wrote down hours earlier. I kind of like that this was pretty much an hours earlier situation, except it wasn't. Because we saw, like, because shows do this all the time, where they'll show, like, a part of, like, the climax of this episode, and then it cuts, and it's, like, hours earlier, and it shows the build-up, which is the dumbest thing in the world. You know, you shouldn't have to do that for any sort of episode. But I like this time that, yes, technically it is sort of the hours earlier, you know, but it's hours earlier for that version of Tosh and Tommy, whereas it's the present time for old Torchwood and that version of Tommy. So that was pretty cool. I wrote down 2 of him. So basically, there are 2 of him for the longest time, like, because the Tommy that went back in time was shell-shocked, returned to the war, and died, and so he's, you know, dead and buried in the ground. And then at Torchwood, they have the past version of that Tommy, who's going to, you know, stay on ice basically until the present day in Torchwood. So that's interesting. And then the psychic projection, I'm not even sure how they did that, but that was interesting, I gotta say. It's interesting that they haven't done that before, but yeah. And I like that they came up with that idea too, because, like, Jack was fully prepared to go back in time again. It's like, God, Jack, you're gonna start running out of locations to hide from yourself, basically. But I like that, you know, even though I'm sure they all thought Jack could survive that, and, you know, he would just, you know, you send him through and he's trapped there. Well, he's gonna, you know, meet up with you 5 seconds later to you, and he's gonna look no different. But yeah, I like that they bypass that and they do the psychic projection, however that works. So yeah, so that's basically all I wrote. Another good episode. You guys were right. Torchwood Series 2 is really good. I really am enjoying this. So with all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. If you want to watch more of my Torchwood reactions, you can click on the playlist. You can subscribe if you haven't done that already. You can support me on Patreon, and you can follow me on social media. Links below in the description. See you guys later.